Snow and Lambeau, Coach. Something about that combo that just works, like peanut butter and jelly. And we've got half a foot of the white stuff and still coming down here in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go. 70 ending. I'm going to run you the ball.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Let's go.
Second and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. They'll set up a throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Here's Moore on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Lions will take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and these creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Stafford. And Jennings has it. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Let's go.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
First down, Lions.
Set. 180. Let's get it together, defense. Alert. You ready? Watch the shot. Tight dog. Zero. Hey, orbit.
Stafford on first down. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big run there by Jones. 51 yards on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Flowers. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Now a first down carry by Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? Now back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
To throw is Stafford. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 34 yards there and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And this one will be brought back to the 22. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. The punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st down, Jones. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that. But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do? Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They'll run it with Jones. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Toward the pylon, caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They're going to look to throw. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. Touchdown, Detroit! Gary Jennings, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. After the penalty, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Making the catch is Sternberger. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. This is Jones. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be detached.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Skirts by him at the weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30. 10, touchdown, Detroit, as his guys are in for 6, and the Lions have taken the lead. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdowns. And it's blocked. The Packers have it. The big fella. He's at the 50. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. So after the blocked PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go!
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Looking to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down. Back to throw. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Look at me, Zipper! Hey, wahoo!
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll get this one to Galladay. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. He'll look to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll set up a throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Kerryon Johnson, the intended receiver, and it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
Check 50. You draw quarter. Hey, Charlie.
Second and 10. Looking downfield for Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12 at the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Kaiser White. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Gary Jennings. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
I got you, boy.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside.
Under 10. Switch.
They'll drop the throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
At the Packers' 11-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way take some time off the clock and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 21.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, Foxtrot. 51 the mic, boy, 51. Go.
Back to throw here. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Down. 70, Indy. Bravo. Ready?
2nd and 11. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And Justin Coleman brings him down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He's going to fight. This is caught inside the 15. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to...
And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now back to throw. And this is caught. And they've got the lead here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Let's go!
Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 3. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Sliding out of the pocket, making the catch is Sternberger. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Back to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
He's back to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8. Being chased out left. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moss. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll look to throw. And he's got his target. That's more. This one good for a 1st down. And also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This no gimme in the snow. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Packers, they finish off the season with a victory, which is the good news. The bad news is that it'll wrap up a dreadful 4-12 campaign. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.